You were ready.
Okay. Brain fart. So, I woke up one day and went to myself, I like a show for little girls. What the hell is wrong with me? Then I actually got up and realized I'm perfectly fine, I'm perfectly sane because this show is fucking awesome. However, the question still remains, what makes a show like My Little Pony so fantastic? What makes it so that we can be arguing about these kind of numbers and these kind of characters? And that's the exact answer, is that it is the characters. And the characters are very involved, they're very in-depth, they're very unique, and they take a mold and they break out of that mold. And one of the main characters, the most iconic of all the ponies, that you can probably all recognize by sight, is Pinkie Pie. She's the pink, fluffiest pony, and she is very an in-depth, very unique, and fun-loving character. So I will attempt to show you guys exactly who Pinkie Pie is and why she makes the show so complex through 3 different ways. First, the question, what is a Pinkie Pie? Second, we have her songs. And third, we have her greatest moment in an episode called Baby Cakes. So our subject of study is Pinkamena Diane Pie. Scientific name, Pinkius Piecus. She, a pink pony with a cute fluffy tail, very poofy mane, among other attributes. She's very fun-loving. She works in a bakery, and she is about the most excitable pony you can ever get. She talks so fast, she talks so fast that she's even been used as a weapon against other ponies to get them to open up. She is very energetic, fun-loving, and random. Oatmeal, are you crazy? Yeah, that's about as much context as we got for that line, even in the show. So, Pinkie Pie, she's very friendly, very outgoing. She makes friends with every pony, literally. She knows every pony in town, and she's friends with every pony in town. And whenever some pony or some donkey comes, she comes and makes a friend of them. And she's just this fun-loving, hyper-energetic pony doing all these different things and eating as much sweets as she possibly can. Pinkie Pie, however, has some very unique qualities about her. First, she is an existentialist, meaning philosophically, she thinks completely logically or completely emotionally. For example, in one of the episodes, she's cloned, right? There's a bunch of her running around, and they want to try and figure out which of the real Pinkie Pies is Pinkie Pie. So what does the real Pinkie Pie do? She goes, how can you tell? Because they all have the same cute fluffy mane, they have all the same cute fluffy tail, and all the adorable pink hooves. So how can you really tell which one of us is which? I can't even tell. And this is an existential view about the self. And the way she actually solves this is she goes, whichever one of us, ponies, is the best friend, who is going to be the greatest friend to our friends, that's the real Pinkie Pie. And it ends up being true. Pinkie Pie is also very random. She breaks the 4th wall all the time. And it's fun. It's become a thing with us Bronies. She's even so random that she has nervous spasms that predict random and immediate events that are about to happen in the future. For example, when her tail goes twitch-a-twitch, you better watch out because something's about to fall. However, in a show where breaking out into song is very common, Pinkie Pie takes the cake, and the pies, and whatever sweets she can get her hooves upon, whether they be cupcakes or muffins or whatever else. Pinkie Pie is always randomly bursting out into song. In fact, she is doing it so often that this little bit comes into play when they talk about it. Sorry, I should have had volume up. But if you didn't catch that, Twilight goes, tell me she isn't. And then Rarity answers, she is, about Pinkie Pie singing a song in this randomly very dramatic moment. She does this various times. She, in fact, to get a friend to jump across across a cliff, she starts singing a song about it being just a hop, skip, and a jump. However, there is one song that outmatches all others in the entire series, and this song is called Smile, Smile, Smile. And the lyrics of it go something like this. Come on every pony, smile, 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 fill my heart up with sunshine, sunshine. And all I really need is a smile, smile, smile from these happy friends of mine. And the song is one of those ones where it just crescendos. It starts out Pinkie just going around getting everybody to smile, and it talks about how she lives off other people smiling. Her whole life is about other people being happy. And it's very inspiring. It's very energizing. There are stories, not just a few, about people who had just the worst day possible, and they came home and watched this episode, and they could not help but smile after this song. I even showed this to a friend of mine who was murderously planning to kill all the ponies in the song because they were so happy. And yet she had a smile upon her face at the end of the song, too. Because that's what this song does. It brings a joy out of you. It's like being hit in the face with a rainbow. Like, literally, you're just happy after it. I have yet to see anybody who can't smile after it, because she just wants everything to smile. And when it gets up to the end, all the ponies are smiling, and they're going in a parade, and they're jumping off houses and doing acrobatic tricks, and it just makes everything so happy and joyful, and you really just end up going, oh, I am smiling so big. So, Pinkie is a very energetic, very wild character. She's very much a songy type character, and she loves so much, especially her friends. However, there's an aspect about all of this that you could probably guess that is very different about her. She is very immature. All this kind of stuff brings about an immaturity. She's very hyper, she can't focus on stuff. And so, in the episode Baby Cakes, they focus on this, and it brings out a very saddening emotion through the storyline. She has to babysit these two fillies, actually one's a colt, but these two baby ponies. And the parents are super worried that she won't be able to fulfill all her responsibilities. And so she's gotten into this mode as, I have to do this, I have to be able to fulfill these responsibilities. I am Pinkamena, responsible Diane Pie. And the kids are the young toddlers. They make messes everywhere, they don't listen to her, and she's just getting aggravated, but she gets to the point where she's trying to get them to go to sleep. And they're not being very cooperative, and they're chewing things they shouldn't be and pounding things they shouldn't be. And so Twilight Sparkle comes over to try and help her. But Twilight makes a comment about, well, some ponies just aren't as responsible as others. And this just freaks Pinkie out. She just gets furious. And so she pushes Twilight out, and she goes to the kids, I am the responsible one, you are going to do what I say. This is how it is, and now you are going to be as responsible too, and you are going to go to sleep. And so she leaves the room, and of course, the two young colts the colt and the filly are missing. They're flying around everywhere. And this moment becomes very, very emotional. Because Pinkie, who's this always fun-loving, just always happy, makes everyone smile character, is getting furious. She's doing everything she can to get these colts to go to sleep, like she's supposed to, because she's responsible, because that's what she needs to be right then. And it doesn't work. It just doesn't working. Everything she does, the colts keep blowing out of. They won't sit still. She even brings out her crazy powers that for some reason she has as a cartoon character, and the kids still get through that. And then she just breaks down, completely and totally. She just falls down and cries, because everything she's done, all this work she's done to be responsible, falls apart. And it's a very unique moment where you feel for this animated character. And then the two twins, this whole time, whenever the twins were crying, Pinkie would dump a bag of flour on herself, and it would make them happy. I mean, that's funny. And these two twins, they bring a bag of flour, sit in front of this just bawling Pinkie, and dump a bag of flour on themselves. And it's a moment of awe. It's a moment of reflection. And Pinkie actually gets them to go to bed after that. But the letter that night that she sends to Princess Celestia is really insightful. She talks about how she wanted to be responsible. She wanted to prove to everyone that she was really responsible. But sometimes we take on more responsibility than we can actually handle. And that's exactly what she did. And it's really one of those moments where you feel for it. You feel the emotions. And you have a joy and respect for this pony who was willing to keep going forward, even through not being able to handle the responsibility. And it's one of those moments that we can all connect to, too. Pinkie Pie is very much an in-depth character. From what I've given you is just a small fraction of who she really is. She has so many other attributes and different stories that go along with her that really make her a very fascinating character. And she is just one of 9 of the main characters of My Little Pony. All this depth into this one character, and yet we have 9 more. That's what makes this show so great. I've only been able to explain to Pinkie Pie to you in who she is, her songs, and a single episode. But there is so much more to that. And that's what makes this show so fascinating. That's what makes it so that we have 7 to 10 million Bronies just in the US, and 30 to 70 million in the whole world. That's why we are going to Brony conventions. That's why all these things are happening. It's because this show evokes true emotion, because the characters are really real. They're dynamic. They're what they're supposed to be, and we can learn from them. And like Pinkie Pie, I am going to continue. Smile, 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 forever while I am in this fandom.